Well, I would say good morning, but it is actually afternoon for me, so good afternoon, everybody. We are starting the stream. Of course, we're going to be doing more of the Bazaar, a game that I have come to love quite fondly. It scratches. It scratches that itch. Um, where it's like it's casual enough for me to kind of just be laid back about everything. Not that I'm not that way in basically everything that I do, but it allows me to relax while um, still being able to game, still having a lot of fun. Sort of like I'm not sure if I would even call it strategizing, but there's like a lot of like cool, frilly, weird things that happen while playing. But it's in like a semi-controlled environment. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, hopefully everyone is having a good day. For the background music today, we have actually a remix of the landing theme from Final Fantasy VIII. It's actually one of my favorite tracks ever. I meme on Final Fantasy VIII a lot. It's not that I don't appreciate Final Fantasy VIII. I mean, I'm a Final Fantasy VII fan. So, Final Fantasy VII. I even forgot what I said a couple seconds ago there. But I'm a Final Fantasy VII fan. That is the title that I grew up with. Pretty anxiously awaiting part 3 of the remake trilogy. And but as a Final Fantasy fan, with 7 being the one that captivated me, I had to play the other games. And I played basically almost every Final Fantasy game. Aside from the first 2, I would say. I know they have pixel remasters, so I'm probably eventually going to do that. But I played 3 on DS, the 3D version. I played 4, also on DS and Super Nintendo. I think 4 in the States was called Final Fantasy 2 before we got a proper layout of everything. That one was pretty good. I have played 5. I have not beaten 5. I played Final Fantasy 6 or Final Fantasy 3 in the States when I was on Super Nintendo. Very good game. Peak Super Nintendo RPG. And then, of course, 7 was my favorite. Final Fantasy 8. Easy to meme on 8. 8 took a lot of inspiration from 7. Not that other Final Fantasies don't iterate on other things that other Final Fantasy titles do, but yes, 8 to me was interesting, but also kind of weird. And then we had Final Fantasy 9, which is kind of a return to form for sort of atypical, like fantasy Final Fantasy 9. That was really good. It was Journey to the West, more or less. Well, it was Dragon Ball Z, to be fair. And then Final Fantasy X, that was like peak PlayStation 2. Of course, I'm doing the number of Final Fantasies here. You can't forget. One of the greatest non-numbered Final Fantasies, which needs to be considered. Well, I believe is, but in the canon is Final Fantasy Tactics, which is amazing. Like I said, Final Fantasy X, great game. We had voice acting really come to prominence at that time, and everyone kind of memes on on Titus for that laugh scene with Yuna, and who doesn't love a good meme? And then we had 10-2, which is Charlie's Angels, the game. I have not beaten that one, but it's fun in its own way. A lot of great music. And then we have Final Fantasy 11, which was the MMO. Really hard MMO. It's very unforgiving. I played that with friends a lot. Final Fantasy 12 takes place in the same world as Tactics and Ivalice. I don't remember if I beat that game or not. I want to say I got pretty close, but I don't remember. Then we got 13. 13 was its own weird trilogy. I appreciate it for a lot of things that it did, because I believe that was a PS3 game. Once again, sort of pushing the boundaries. I had a lot of fun with the first 13 game. I did play 13-2, never beat that, and then I never really got to Lightning Returns, which was the third game. But like Lightning Returns was kind of like 10-2, and also Majora's Mask, sort of. So I know if you're fans of that, people really like that. Final Fantasy 14, I played extensively. Gotta have like a couple 100 hours in that one. I stopped playing. I started playing just before Endwalker, and then about halfway through Endwalker, I was like, I'm all right, At that point, for me, I was just kind of doing repetitive stuff, and I wasn't really having fun with it anymore. Not that the game itself isn't fun. Whenever there's new content, it's fantastic, but I just kind of found the repetitiveness of it and not really going anywhere kind of held me back from that. So I stopped playing 14. It's still doing great. They just announced a mobile version of 14, so I'm really looking forward to that. Final Fantasy 15, that was a weird one. I liked it, but I never beat the game. I think I got, I want to say 3/4 of the way through it, and then I've never played the DLC. And then up to the current point, we have Final Fantasy 16, which was an amazing game. It turned into more like an action RPG. It was very, it was Game of Thrones meets like Dragon Ball. Voice acting is phenomenal. Graphics are amazing. I liked it. I never got to the DLC, but the main game was amazing. And then, of course, we have the remake trilogy going on with Final Fantasy VII right now, which is just that's my childhood, my childhood in 4K. So yeah, I mean that was crazy stuff. Kind of rambled a bit longer than I wanted to about Final Fantasy, but I just love the series as a whole. So that's just how it's going. But we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the Bazaar now. And then once that gets all set up here, it looks like this track is going to cut off sort of right on time. Perfect. Didn't plan it like that, but that's it just worked out. So just go ahead and skip the cutscene. I play a lot off stream, but But you know, not everything goes according to plan. I have gotten more chests, and I've used, I think, 2 rank tickets yesterday, along with a free one, because you get a free one every day. But I used that one yesterday too, even though I should have a free one now. I don't know. Whatever. But we did have that. So I always do a warm-up game. I got a new skin / costume for Vanessa, which is awesome. You can get duplicates, so you know, I think that just equates to more gems. But I don't know. We'll do like a warm-up game. I'm not sure who I want to do the warm-up game with today. We'll just play a Vanessa game. We'll do that. That should be fine. Do that real quick. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what do we start with today? Oh, okay. Yep. Fire, leftmost weapon, poison. Well, we seem like we're going to be doing ammo, but if we pivot, we'll just go ahead and do that. Very nice number. Small item from each hero. Shovel. Shovel's pretty good, but I think we're going to go with harpoon, just because a lot of the items that we start off with are small. So this will at least take out an item. Hopefully it's a crucial one. And then there is, at least for the first day or so, depending on who we fight, we should be able to take them out with just the barrel. It's either Kyber drone or Viper. I'm gonna go with the drone. Even though it can heal back 5, it's not gonna be enough. Yep. Perfect. Never really gonna have trouble with that, especially when you start off with that. That's good. It's pushing us towards crit. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Small, medium, mushroom, EXP. We can see what Quixel has. We might be able to use the dock lines. Junk. Hold on. Sorry about that. I forgot today they were doing a termite inspection of the apartment, but they did it already and then they left. So, I guess we could go with Curio and see if maybe we can get another crit boost. Not really. I guess we'll go with EXP. EXP is always good. Got another Vanessa. Hopefully we can
My
take
fight
out
isn't with you, but if you
Vanessa. There is a
I may be
specific
young
skin
for
that
a
I want
captain,
for
but I've seen
Vanessa,
my
but
share of
apparently it's
storms.
super rare, so this should be okay, because eventually we're going to destroy that.
Defeat does not defeat
Oh,
me.
never mind. Never mind. Okay. Hey,
No.
that works for me. That works for
Let's
me.
destroy the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Crit. Ammo. I mean, 10%. Yeah, we're just gonna have to fish for a flask. That's actually fine for now. Small, large, sure.
I pay well for mid-size.
Silencer could be good. You really want a flask, though. We'll just get that just in case, because it can help us when we're climbing. Medium. Health. We just lost some health, so we should get some health. 10 City Mare's probably okay. We're probably fine. Fortunately, everything that we could destroy. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be tough. We should be able to out-sustain him. Just kind of sucks that I didn't have enough. If I had crit at least one time, it probably would have been okay. But like I said, we should have enough to out-sustain this dude. I hope. Yeah. He'll be dead before the shelter catches up, so we're fine. Okay, that's good. More damage is good. Skills, tools. Let's get tools.
A bad craftsman blames his tools.
Nice.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Items. Yeah, we want to try and fish for a flask. That's not bad. In fact, I wonder if it's better to do this. Well, this is 3 seconds. That's 4 seconds. This is just good. Nah. It's the leftmost weapon. Let's go ahead and get a grenade, and then that'll be that. Dooley is probably... Well, they have a lot of small items, but I can only target one right now, so we're probably better off doing... Well, if we do that... That would probably kill him? 2 items for 4 seconds. Is this a shield dually? Is this meta? Oh, it's burn. Okay, yeah, then he's dead. He's dead. There we go. Not bad, but too slow. If I was any other Vanessa build, I probably would have died, so... Burn, cooldown, aquatic, damage. I mean, there's a chance I'll get one of those if I do aquatic. Sure. Catfish. Not what I want, but can sell it. Okay, we're on day 3. Silver items or skills? I mean, if anything, I want crit skills. I mean, I do want haste and charge, but I don't know what they can offer me in terms of anything, so... Holster, keg, cannon. Not really what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, I don't have enough for it. So I have to give something up. Alright.
Now this will
Gold double
inspire
barrel
the crew.
is pretty good at the start. Should carry me pretty well. We don't have anything... Chocolate bars or chest? If I do chest, I can get gold and EXP, or I can get health. 420. Blaze it. Shit. Let's get our chocolate. Let's get chocolate bars. Survivability is always good. It's 30 extra EXP, but that's fine. We're probably good with the scrapper, I hope. Okay. Yeah, just enough, just enough, just enough. Oh, this is in the wrong place. I think the game is fucking up a little bit because it keeps moving my items around. We'll actually use you for a bit. It's kind of crazy. So I actually missed out on damage, and I would have been fine. Okay. Let's see if we can find... Oh, hey, look, there's the upgrade. Definitely want knives.
How about this weather?
This is gonna be a pretty tough run, I think. Tools. Is the flask a tool, or is it just a small item? I'm pretty sure it's just a small item. Let me check real quick. Okay, which monster has flask? I think Khan has a flask. Does not. He has a silencer. There's an enemy that has a flask. Which one, though? Not that. I don't even know what Warrior has. Never fought him before. Nope. Raider? Raider has a flask. It is a tool. Do we take a chance? Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's
Damn.
up to you.
Reroll. Even though we might not be able to afford it, yeah. It has a flask. Damn. Okay, well, see ya.
It's always that tool you thought you'd never need that ends up saving your butt.
True, true. Let's put you there, put you here. Good.
We're out to dethrone a king.
Okay,
not to
another
slaughter nobody.
Vanessa.
Go ahead, underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Okay.
should put it toward nobler use.
Interesting. Okay, they're going for flagship.
I paint my ship red.
Okay.
Ah, place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Ammo item. Get a friend. Cooldown. Max ammo. Well, this doesn't matter anymore because we have flasks, so we want to max ammo the grenades. Okay. EXP junk. Abandoned chest. Can do junk. Maybe we'll get more cooldowns. Cooldown's good. Let's get cooldown. Crit chance. 4 damage. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Okay. Oh, I should have moved. That's kind of a waste. I don't even have enough for the port, so no point. I could get chocolate bars, but this actually gets me more life, so we're gonna take that. We're actually gonna go after the raider. Well, if we go after raider, there's a chance for us to get an upgrade for the flask. If we go after the ballroom brawler, we might get either the thing that upgrades a tool every time it's a new day. I think it's either a new day or whenever you level. And then there's one that's like, if you have 3 tools, upgrade a tool. Something like that. I don't know which one's better. I think we're probably just gonna go brawler. Or should we go raider? Let's take a chance on the raider. Let's hope for the flask. Could also get ammo stash, which is kind of fine. Not super necessary though. And there we go. Revolver lifesteal is also pretty nice. We usually end up getting the shield potion or the thing. There's nest. Wow. Did not expect that. We can go semi-weird with this one. Oh, actually, there's enough space. Perfect. Damn. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I would work at the docks if I had a star chart, but don't have a star chart right now. I don't even have enough for the upgrade to this, although we might get upgrades for these, so that might be good.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight.
Nope. But we don't need the catfish because that's not what we're doing. So let's get a revolver.
Well. Make me proud.
Actually, that's not bad. Yeah, this damage being like that's okay. We're on day 4. We could get skills. We're probably better off getting more health though. We really don't need to start getting skills until day 5 or beyond. Sells items. Could get upgrades for these. Our health's probably okay. Okay, let's fish for an item.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
No. And no. Damn. Well, hindsight's 20/20. We should be okay, depending on what kind of builds this guy has. He has sustain. We might be fast enough to get past him. It looks like he does. Okay, okay. Okay, this might be a tough one. We're really gonna have to rely on crits. Okay. Nice.
Lamb legs make you predict another empty chest.
Okay.
Waiting to be filled.
10, poison, aquatic, get a weapon, EXP. We want damage. So, EXP, chest, medium item. The only medium item we'd be looking for is buckler, but I don't know if buckler is a silver item. Last time I got a buckler, it was gold. Although, since we are crit, this might be okay. Medium item. I guess we could check.
Sale, no sale. I want what's right for you.
Astrolabe. Use a non-weapon item. This, and it gains haste. We can't even afford it. I mean, we could, but... not really what I'm looking for. Star charts, I think I'm just going to get, because if we decide to work at the docks, that can be good. Let's check out skills. Medium weapons. When you use a weapon, give it +6 damage for the fight. Oh man, that's so good. I don't have enough for it though. Building crescendo, no. Net launcher. If I was using the rope, it would still be good. I think we're just gonna go with damage. I wish we had enough for tempering, but it's unfortunate that we don't. Oh, of course. There we go. That is what I expect.
My skills are not weapons. A blade can prune a guard.
This is a display bug. I wish. I wish. Alright, standard ordnance it is. We're probably good for the Gorgon Noble. I don't think the preening duelist has anything we need. Oh, well, actually he has a flask and gunpowder. If we were to go with the Gorgon, that's like sort of a value where we're trying to get EXP. And it doesn't really have anything that I need. It does have a skill that I might want. Petrifying Gaze is good. Let's look at the duelist again. All talk. The duelist just has more stuff that we could potentially use. So we're going with the duelist here.
I have mastered the computer's art. This paper says so. But
Here we go.
the art of the duel.
See that plank? Walk
Okay.
it.
All right. Gunpowder's fine. Gunpowder's fine. We'll go ahead and upgrade that one. Let's go. Large items. I don't even have enough to upgrade the nest. So Hmm. And I don't... Do I have enough for the... No, I don't even have enough to buy the, what's it called? The port. Because it would be 12, so we don't... Yeah, we don't have enough for that, so Mountain Pass. Income, risky, EXP. I'm gonna go with income. Could always use more income. Income's good. Silver skills. Oh, yes. Okay, we can start off with tempering, which is good. Nice. Hopefully we can eventually upgrade that to diamond. Another Vanessa.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Oh, Jesus. They're going all out. They can probably burst me down. Close one. Oh, we tied, but we win ties. Woo! Okay.
Bravery
Nice.
without strength is a sword without a blade.
Upgrade your leftmost item. We are upgrading this.
The keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
A bunch of these have to be close to 100%. 95, 85, 75. Ooh, this is at 100. Very cool. Very nice. Okay. I'm gonna work at the docks. Get some stuff. Very good. Large items. Sure.
Nothing markets, just straight boulders.
We have port. Ooh. This is a tough call. I think we're locked into nest now. Yeah.
In and out here and there, so rust.
Can we beat the Infernal, I wonder? Let's check. Infernal. 2k HP. Lots of burn. But it will net us a level if we can. Well, I mean, we're going to get a level regardless, but this level's just faster. Question is do we do enough damage? Can we do enough damage before we get burned down? Probably not. Probably not. Foreman, maybe? He doesn't really have anything that we need. Flashy mechanic skill might be cool. We're probably better off against the dire mosquito. Yeah, because the dire mosquito can get his cooldown. Plus the paralyzing rut. We don't have anything for slow. But the insect wings are kind of worth it. Yeah. Okay. Mosquito it is. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Maybe we can get upgrades for some of our small stuff. No. We don't really have space for life preserver in this build, so crit, ammo, damage. Let's go with damage. Just use that. small, medium, small. We have a lot of small. There's a chance that we could get an upgrade to the barrel. Small, medium.
Hi, I'm Quicksilver, Master Merchant or
Nope.
something.
Oh, no solo weapon build this time.
Go buy something huge and then sell it to me.
Dually. Okay.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share.
Are
of
you
stories.
meta? Let's find out. Are you strange build? Oh, I see what you're doing. Interesting. That's a cool build. I like that. It's got petrifying gaze too.
You fall like a boulder.
Kind
I
of jealous.
know
Wish I
my
could.
way.
Wish I could have that skill. Oh god, visual bug. Non-weapon items. Yep.
Come with no weapons, leave with big bargains.
Damn, offered me port again.
I feel
We're sticking to our guns
being fully
against our
present
better
with
judgment.
me.
We don't have enough for the upgrade. So docks. For this one, we're going for the thug because the thug can get us either bonk or the thieves guild. We want either or, preferably the bonk. Bonk is just too good.
It's over already.
Damn. Well, we got more damage. More damage is good. So, weapon, items, poison, weapon, leftmost weapon. Oh, more damage. Ammo skills. Let's get the crit one, please. That is the crit one. Perfect. Aquatic items. The only aquatic item we have is crow's nest. Kind of overkill, but could be good. Could get more skills though. Gonna go with skills.
Have great potential.
Ooh, more tempering. Tempering or max ammo. Let's go with max ammo.
Bazaar is a rabid beast.
More chances for us to do damage and crit. Okay.
My fight isn't with you. But if you
Are you a
Go
poison
ahead,
build?
Underestimate me. It makes this
You
more fun.
are. Oh, interesting. Langsian. Okay. Well,
Like my crew says at the bar. Another round.
poison is the build I want to run up against because it's the
I
easiest
think
for
my
me to
ship ready,
counter
but I don't
with
use
my
it.
burst, so not bad. Gold tier chocolate bars. Oh, let's check out what's in. See what Goldie's got. I'll fish again, but the only gold item I really want is probably for the barrel, because I won't be able to for the crow's nest. Damn, gold port. That is the third port that's been offered to me today. Almost regret that I didn't go port. Get a tool, medium, large items. Let's go medium,
Small
large.
items, small people. I love
Damn.
all.
Can Can my build survive 10 seconds though? I don't really have any sustain. I can't afford it anyway, but it's too bad. Flagship, nope. We're going with rock. It's an easy choice because we can lower the cooldown on the barrel, which is kind of what we want. We want that thing going off as much as it can be. So it's got 2 feathers. Feather, please.
Waste of
Damn it.
gunpowder.
You weapon, aquatic, crit. I think we want more damage. Yeah. Gumballs, haste slow. We're not really doing any of that. We can do gumballs. There's a chance that we'll either up our damage, our health, or crit chance, which would be fantastic. Okay, not too many shield ones, which is good. Got a bunch of crit chance, which is great. Hopefully those last 2 weren't a waste. 1 was, that's okay. Crit chance. Perfect. Aquatic, small item, vehicle. You don't have any vehicles, so
If you
small
have to
item.
ask the price, you can't afford it.
Nope. Damn, they're really stingy on these.
If you want something big and ugly,
Okay.
go see Cole.
Another Vanessa.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Ooh, also crit. Oh, nice. It's got lifesteal. Okay. Should win out the day here just because I'm... Well, actually, no. It might beat me. Yep. Nope.
Make you
Damn,
predictable.
nice.
You move in straight lines.
That lifesteal really came in clutch.
Bring her about! I've got another salvo.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, aquatic. I still don't have enough for the nest. And that's the only aquatic item I have. Chocolate bars. Yep. That's the way to go. Small item, sells items. Small items. Junk tier. Could get more damage, more crit chance. I just want to upgrade those though. Let's go with items.
Crazy place, right?
Gold shovel's pretty nice, but can't justify buying it now. Not solo weapon.
Don't buy. As long
We're
as we
probably good for the enclave, so let's start catching up in levels. Good. Honestly, we don't really even need anything here. I mean,
As spineless as a jellyfish.
ammo, poison, friend, weapons. Back to gumballs. And yes, you can accidentally buy a gumball and not receive it. How do I know this? Because I was the idiot that did that. Okay. large item. Sure, let's look for a nest.
Slum shops. So I opened
Nope.
one.
I'm almost afraid to look. So I won't.
Was it too heavy? They tell me it's a problem.
Interesting. Level 12 dually 2 wins is at death's door. That makes me afraid,
We're out
actually.
to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Which means your build's probably pretty solid. It's just that you run into some weird shit that fucked you up. Fiery. I see. I see. Yeah, your build isn't a bad one. It's just too
All
slow.
cannon, no ball.
But I see what he was doing. I see what they were doing. Skills. More tempering, more ammo. I kind of want more ammo, to be honest. It's more damage. Yeah.
Now this will inspire the crew.
I don't think this does anything. I can check before I waste an event. It was the dunes. Damage, burn, poison. Damage is kind of okay, but we're probably better off fishing for items. Hey, what up, man? Hopefully you're having a good day. Half lurking, watching, working. I hear that. I hear that, my friend. I hear that.
Everyone here is huge.
Come on.
It's terrifying.
Wow. Okay. Well, this thing is almost critting 100%. So I wonder if it's okay, because we have this now. Well, we've had this for a while. I wonder if I can get by getting rid of these. Let's try it. Yeah, we're gonna keep you over here, and then we're gonna get the repeater.
Now tell me something. Something huge.
Item. This basically guarantees that
The quicker the fight.
we're gonna reload every time. So let's fight the octopus. Oh yes, I am having a good day. Today's actually the last day of my mini vacation, so I'm taking it all in. Very cool. Arms races,
Was that even a
okay.
Maybe a skirt?
Most of the time we are going to get a sword, though. Yeah, we don't need these anymore, so those are out. Hero Merchant. I don't think there's anything in my build that I can replace, to be honest. I can check, though. Let's reference the good old cheat sheet here. Street Festival. Is it even listed in this one? I don't think it is. Probably because it's too random. Yeah. So I'd be taking a chance with that event. Nope, not doing it. We don't have any tools anymore, so that's useless. So temporary boost it is. Damage, health. We're gonna be finding a player next. Probably health. Ammo items, please. I wish we could make that work with this build. We just can't do it. It's too slow. Wow. I want to eventually do a mean boulder run, but that is dumb. With the amount of sustain builds out there, this just doesn't work. It's funny. It's a nice reference to Indiana Jones, but all right, it's fine.
This will inspire the crew.
Weapon, damage, crit. Well, crit's already up there in crit, so we don't need that. 24. Yeah, let's level you. There we go. Another Vanessa. Hopefully it's a
You should
poison
know, I'm a
build
little
or one that I can
legend on the
outrace.
island. My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Ooh, sustain. I do not like that. Hopefully we can outrace you before you kill me. Probably not, though. It looks like they're gonna get me before I can do anything. I'm just too slow. Yep.
Is a sword without a blade.
Yeah, not surprised.
Next
Radiant
time, boys,
Submarine. Oh,
less
Jesus
blunder,
Christ, and it had a
more
1.7
plunder.
second cooldown. Yikes. Yeah, there's no getting around that, that's for sure. We don't really need to do gumballs anymore. We could, but just doesn't offer us enough value, so we'll just get the tincture. Skills.
My lessons are painful. Are you prepared?
40%, aquatic, poison, crit. Don't need any of that. What the hell is this? Barnacle crusted. Reduce the cooldown of your aquatic items by 20%. Only I had the money. That sure would be nice, but it doesn't even matter. Just to sort of get it into the record books. First time your opponent falls below half health, charge your items by 2 seconds. Increase small weapons damage by 9. Bloodhounds. Yep. Can we beat Arkin? I think we could beat Arkin. We kind of want... Well, we can sort of do good with Unwavering. Standard Ordnance is also good. We really don't have room for anything. I mean, we can... If we got the ship, we could sell it.
We barely got off
Which would be
light.
nice. Got a battery, that's okay. Get into ammo item. God, I don't know. I think we're just gonna focus on damage here. Yeah. Okay. Crit skills, yes, please. When you crit, your heal items gain 20. That sure would be nice if I could make use of that at all. Your items have 1% crit chance per weapon you have. Man, I was hoping for something else. This is actually kind of garbage. Yeah, we don't need any of that. We don't have tools. Alright, fine, the dunes. Let's just do that so that we can double up on weapon damage. Yep. Another Vanessa. Here we go.
Go ahead, underestimate. It makes this more fun. I may be young for a captain,
What to build?
but I've seen my share of storms.
What the fuck? Icy shipwreck. Holy shit. That's not good. That's really not good. This is gonna be rough. Poison's probably gonna kill me. Yep. This guy's freezing me out. That's a good ass build. God damn.
You
Man,
fall
that's a
like
good build.
boulder.
Holy shit.
I float.
Fucking icy shipwreck. That is crazy. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Enchant item with burn effects. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Yes.
I'm on the edge of the plank.
We did that because when we crit with a weapon, we burn 6. Small, medium,
How
yep.
do you hugelings use these things?
Nope, nope, nope. Nope.
That's fine, don't
Damn.
care.
Just getting offered crap. Ah, shit. Temp boost. No, we're fighting a monster next. We don't need to do that.
Recycle.
Let's see what you got.
Relax.
Reduce
That's
cooldown.
been sitting there 20 years.
4 damage. We want you because we
While
get the
you're
extra
doing
burn.
your part to clean up the bazaar.
Regen's good. %, 4 damage. Now when we crit, we do 9 burn, which is good. Don't need crit chance. Sure.
Warms my rusty circuits to see that.
Weapons gain 1. Cooldown.
Tragedy.
Health.
Reuse everything.
That's slow. That increases cooldown. So we don't need any of that. Okay. .6, not bad. Can we beat the Enforcer? Ah, fuck it, I won't look it up, we'll just try.
Resisting.
The answer is yes. Yes, we can.
Waste of gunpowder.
Cryosphere. Oh, don't need that, but that's cool. 14 damage. 14 damage. Non-weapons. Doesn't work for me.
This
We need
world
skills.
is full of noise. You must find the quiet within.
We need better skills than that. But Gunner is pretty
The
okay.
keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Ooh. Yes, please.
Haha. Now this will inspire the crew.
Damn. That is scary.
We're out to dethrone.
Alright, Alex,
not
what do
to
you got?
squabble with nobodies.
You are... Whoa. Okay. Well, can't beat me. Not a bad build, though. I see what you're going for. Not a bad build.
But I don't use paint.
Very respectable. Haste, slow cooldown, gumballs. Guess we'll just get a non-item. Yay. Do we need the star chart anymore? I don't know. Let's just get skills.
At least a grain of wisdom, since you have come to me.
Use a tool. Oh, nope. First 5 times you crit each fight, charge an item 3 seconds. Ooh. I don't have enough for that. See if we can get any lower skills. Oh. Hello. Wow. When you use a weapon, haste another weapon for 1 second. Oh. Ooh, that's actually a tough call. I can double my burn here, but I can make my items better. Let's go with this
As long
one.
as you draw breath, your
And let's go after this guy again.
objective
Damn.
failed. Requesting medevac.
See that plank? Walk it.
Okay. Weapons, friend. Nope. Nope. Okay, we're fighting a player next. Temp boost. We want to survive. Sure.
The Grand Society of Master Merchants welcomes you.
Too slow. Man, we really didn't get an upgrade for like any of our small shit. That is unreal. Well, we're not gonna. Either way, we win or lose with this one, so we don't need the star chart anymore. Level 12. Okay, let's see if you have a freeze build.
Go ahead. Underestimate.
If you have freeze,
Makes
you
this
win.
more fun. You should know I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
No, we're actually having a mirror match. But you're probably gonna beat
Land
me.
legs
Yep.
make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Damn. Crazy.
Read the tides and listen to the wind. They will guide your strikes.
Not bad though. Not bad. That was a good warm up. We just missed the rank ticket, but that's okay. That's all right. Okay. Do we want to do a ranked run first, or do we want to open chests first? Let's do a ranked run first. That way, if I have a bad run, I can feel better by opening some chests. We just did a Vanessa run. I don't know if we want to do another Vanessa run. We could do dually. When we're playing ranked, we're kind of trying to win. Not that you can't win with dually, but it's really hard. Out of all the heroes, it's definitely the most difficult one to use.
My people lack.
Fuck it, we'll go with pig. Hopefully our opening items don't suck. They don't. Bushel. Yeah.
Size dilutes the brain. Mine is highly concentrated.
Wow. Okay.
You're a smart one for your
Weapon?
size.
Slow all. Yeah.
Shall I gift wrap it for you?
Yeah, that's fine. We want banana? Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be slow, but we'll be good. If anything, the sandstorms are going to kill this dude, so... Anything we get here is pretty good. We probably want the... Oh, actually, all of it's not bad. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Whatever we get is fine.
Believe you'll win, and you'll
Perfect.
win, but not.
Of course. you. Shield skills. I think it's too early for skills.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it.
I mean, golf club would be nice when we level. So we'll just get that for when we level then. Yes. Okay. What do we got here, Vanessa? Youch. This is... I'm gonna get my ass kicked build. Destroy this, please? Good. Thank you. Never mind. We win. Perfect. That worked out amazingly. I'm very satisfied with that outcome. Great. Oh, I see income. We're taking it. Okay. Perfect. 4 health. Max health. Spare change. Change. Non-weapon items. Small non-weapon item. It might be worth the model ship. It's probably overkill, but we'll just get the model ship. Let's go for crab because we could get the claw. Well, claw doesn't really matter. Hard shell does though. So let's hope for hard shell. Yeah, claw would have been good if we went for silks. But since we passed up on silks, we don't need the claw. Well, goodbye. Damn. Alright, that's okay. Silver items, abandoned ruins, small weapon. See what you got. Robe. Wow. Weights. We don't even have enough for weights right now. We could. Okay. I'll take free money. Yep.
You do see these tusks, right?
Okay. You. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm cooked. Yep. Yep.
Next time,
Good game,
I'll
good
show
game.
you what I learned from this.
Tools. Yeah. Yeah.
Are tools weapons? Well, that's up to you. See ya.
Take register. Great. To wait, and we'll eventually put in the ship. Yeah. Do we need more sustainability, I wonder? Yeah. Yeah. Small and large items. Man, we don't really have enough right now to get a large item. I want a large item. Like a vineyard would be amazing, but kind of can't afford that right now. Scrapper. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be okay. The fuck? Okay. See you later. Damn. Well, that's something, I guess.
Got any new playlists for me? Feel the tunes, feel better.
Okay. All right.
My people. Boring.
Oh, wow. I see. This could eventually become a problem. I should still be able to beat him, though. Yeah, we'll be fine. Yep.
Oh, don't let this get you down. Eyes on the prize, huh?
All right.
Make deals, not war.
Nope. Oops. Heal item, economy, shield items +4. Scan economy item. Very nice. Thank you very much. Vineyard, please.
Why so fight?
Damn.
Business.
Not today, it looks like. Not today. Let's try it. Well, the storm will kill him. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. Oh, that's not bad. In fact... Whoa. Freaking out a bit over there. Heal region. Sure.
Hiya.
Damn.
Just be careful, okay?
Super stingy about those properties there.
I've got everything you need to do anything.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Okay.
I should warn you. I'm not like other Jabarians.
Oh. I see. Yeah, you're probably gonna kick my ass. Without a doubt. You just do way too much damage and I don't sustain well enough. GG's. It's a good one. Good one. I don't have a property, do I? No, I don't. Ah, it's still good though. Okay, we can start getting skills. Let's do that.
Full of noise. You must find quiet within.
Crit, regen, heal, freeze. Nope. Damn, these suck. Weapons, heal, chill, heal.
My
Lame.
skills are not weapons. A blade can prune a garden.
Okay, need
I
that.
think you're really gonna enjoy that.
Adlotl. I'm tempted. We don't really have a good system for it right now, though. I'll buy
If it's
it,
not right for
though,
you, bring it back. I want you to be happy.
just in case. Yeah, let's just go with the duelist. We're kind of too slow for anything else right now. Alright, this guy's done. There we go.
My mother said I'm the best.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what you're
Oh wow,
fighting
we
for.
actually have something to use that on. That is hilarious. Yep. More income. Sure. Uh-oh. Server lag. Here we go. Excuse me.
Investment is building homes for money. I suppose
Nope.
I'm something of a carpenter.
Okay.
That's quality.
I am afraid, actually.
My fight isn't with you.
I think my build is a bit too slow for most Vanessa's, so... Yeah. Nope. Not gonna be able to out-sustain this one. Poison too good. Poison too good.
You fall like a boulder. I flow
Upgrade leftmost weapon or leftmost item. Yeah, let's upgrade the weights.
You are amusing. Why so
Hey, there we go.
Gold becomes goods.
Okay.
Then returns to gold, like clouds.
And sure.
Whatever that is for, I hope it pleases you.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Huh. I am almost tempted. If only we had a kukri knife. This could be ridiculous. Let's try it. Because we're fighting a monster next, so we can afford to fuck around a little bit. Go to your level. This is actually better right now. Let's still do this one. Okay, can we survive the shark? I don't know. I'm gonna say no. Let's check. Lone shark. Ugh, no, that shark's gonna kick our ass. Nope. Let's go with trash. Oh, right. That thing. We should be able to build enough shield. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. 44 burn. That is stupid. Oh my god, that is so stupid. Holy shit. My god. I don't even know. All right. I'm here for stupid builds, even though we're in ranked. Small item. Well, the only thing we can upgrade is the bird. If we do that, I mean, it's always good upgrading the bird. Let's do convoy though, or mountain. Yeah. Property.
I buy many things, but my particular perhaps someday we'll discuss some more serious transaction.
Vineyard? No. Tempted to do bees, but not with this setup. So unfortunately not. Fuck it, let's go. Let's whelp it up. Let's hope that we can out-sustain whatever you are. Oh god, you are sustained. Alright, well, you know, maybe... This is gonna be an interesting one, that's for sure. This is dumb, actually. Look at how dumb this is. That was super dumb. I'm happy about it, but that was super dumb. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's amplify the shield. We want to make sure that we survive so that the whelp becomes outrageously out of control. But first, I am going to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Okay. Actually, hold on. There we go. In fact, let me, since I'm locking that into place. Nope, don't want to do that. Cord. Perfect. Okay. So now we can remove that. Now that I'm back. You know what? I'm so like beside myself with this meme build. If this even gets 4 wins, I will be happy because this build is so stupid. Yeah. So stupid. Perfect. Nope. Sure. Vineyard, please.
Hello, little sentient.
That's not what I asked for. Also not what I asked for. Are we even going to do Adlotl anymore? We sell small item. Nah. Lemonade stands good for building health. We're going with Thug. Why? Because we want Bonk. Bonk would be great. And War Thieves Guild Medallion would be good. With Bonk, please. Bonk. Yes. We need to find a way to either increase burn faster or lower this thing's cooldown. Bonk, please. Please, 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 please. We got a skill. Alright. It starts at 7 burn. That's fine.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you? If it's
Okay.
not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be happy.
Damn. Weapons. Nah. Boost. Let's go with the change. That way we can at least get some free money and some health. Dooley. Level 8. Okay. I'm worried.
Boring.
Hopefully we can out-sustain you. You are a shield build. Oh, shit. Okay. Probably not. Especially when you freeze my stuff. Yeah, you're too fast. Damn. More shield. Chocolate. Small, medium.
Your huge items. Price? Don't care.
Spiky shield. Yep.
Not very big though, is it?
I mean, right now we don't really live long enough for that, do we? Should we pick it up just in case, I wonder? Really don't want to get rid of any of these, though. Because this still works if I lose my shield. Let's just pick up the shield and see, maybe.
Gold and
property.
jewels are silly baubles.
Oh.
The real treasure of the bazaar is the.
Okay. Damn, I don't have space. Man, that sucks. Alright, nope. We bought the shield for nothing then.
Today I'm the seller. Soon I'll be the buyer.
Infernal Frigate, Burninator bot. Can we fight a Burninator bot? Ooh. It's pretty rough, to be honest. Probably not. Well, maybe. Slow. Oof. Everything is about slowing shit. That's not good. Yep. What about the frigate? Oof. It looks worse, actually. Oh man, I don't know. Joyful Jack it is. We could luck out with a bushel. Hopefully.
Possible.
Equivalent exchange would be nice. Of course not. fight a monster. Car conductor. What the fuck are you? I have never seen you before. Vehicles. Odd. Okay. I'm game. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Sure, let's just get it to say that we got it. Yep. Risk some coin. Could really use an upgrade here.
I opened one.
Okay, let's just get one of you.
But Tiny Andy says that's wrong.
Nope. Okay. Oh, come on, man. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Hopefully you're one of the slow ones. My God. What the? Nope. Well. Alright. Nope. Poison's gonna kill me. God damn.
Strength is a sword without a blade.
Time is a solid gem.
Enchant an item with burn.
Glittering moments.
Okay. Do I upgrade the weights? Vineyard, maybe? I don't know what a burning vineyard does. Let's do a burning vineyard. Let's see what happens. Okay. When you use an item, burn 2. Sounds good to me. Gold. Sure. Nope. Nope. Kinda lame, but okay. Perfect. Get you so that we can sell. Uh-oh. Get you so that we can sell. Well, those small items, so that was actually kind of a mistake. Could probably beat a roaming isle. Fuck it, let's go for it. Well, I would say we want the tropical island, but then that fills up our board, so probably not. Cool. Okay. Let's get rid of you. Shields. Yep. Ooh. Could get that thing that ups fire. Not that. Okay. Get you. That. This. That. Okay. Yep. Alright. repair skills, please. Nope. When your items gain freeze, burn 12. Damn, that would be nice, huh? More shield. Oh boy. Alright. Well, hopefully it was good and productive. Oh shit. Okay, now we're gonna just instantly eat it. Yeah. No, maybe. All our stuff is slow. Maybe. Can get that burn off. Yep. Huh? Nope. Oh my god, we won. What the fuck? Crazy. So this is really weird. I lucked out and I got a dragon whelp from a monster. So the burn is equal to the damage of the whelp. We have the weights, which gives damage to all weapons and ups healing. When you heal, it charges the weights for 2 seconds, so it just jumps the time ahead. So that's adding to this. I have butter. When this goes off, it hastes this for 3 seconds, which is kind of just I could put something else there. But then I have like my healing stuff. So the bushel, when you heal, shield for 103. It also does 23 heal. So when you heal, it does this. When anything gets used, charges this, which charges this. This is on a shitty cooldown, so I basically have to survive until it goes off. I have the bird, which is amazing. 4-second cooldown, multicast to heal 28. Whenever I heal, I get shield. And then whenever any item is used, I have my vineyard. When you use an item, heal equal to this item's value, and I also enchanted it for burn. Whenever I use an item, I heal and I burn. So it's just a line of bullshit, but you have to like survive long enough for the whelp to go off at least twice. So it's hard. Basically anything that bursts me down, like that last one, I'm lucky that last Vanessa's setup wasn't super good. And they had basically used up a lot of their burst at the start, which allowed me to basically survive off of this. And I got, I think, three charges of whelp off, so that killed them. So yeah, I mean, it's great when it works. It's super meme. I mean, I got 4 victories, which I'm happy about. I already used up my cheat death on the vineyard, so from here on out, I got a chest out of ranked. I'm happy with that. So whatever happens from here just kind of happens. I don't expect that this is going to survive, because this is a super stupid build that just shouldn't work. And it really doesn't. It's so stupid and so dumb. But I'm just rolling with it because it's hilarious. We can't beat the Void Golem. I don't think. I think the Void Golem just fucks us. Yeah. Nope. At the start, that thing can just instantly destroy one item, but I mean, stupid builds are fun. I love stupid builds. This game, just like any other card game, there's a meta, and the meta just stops you from having fun. But, you know, when you look into something fun, who cares? There. See, that was fun. That was fun because it was dumb.
It's all about
I'm all about it. I'm for it. Oh, I don't have space. Shit. Hold on. Okay. I'll take you just so that I can sell you. Leftmost item. I don't even think. Well, maybe this will knock the cooldown down. Let's try it. Probably won't, but nope. I just have a golden dragon whelp. Ah, damn! What a waste. That's okay. That's fine. Max health. I only have one weapon. Oh man, it would be so nice if this worked, but use means it needs a cooldown, and it doesn't have one. So max health it is. Shield skills. Man, if only I got sharp corners. Sharp corners would be so good. We'll continue to fish for sharp corners. Well, if we live long enough. Oh shit, it's a 7-win dually. Fuck. Okay.
You do see these tusks, right?
Alright, dually. Which one are you? Oh, you are an off-meta fire build. I respect it. I respect it. You're way better at this fire thing than I am. But maybe I can last long enough to put enough fire on you, and then out heal the fire that you put on me. One more second. Yes. Oh, we got him. Haha. Woo. Close one. I like it. Any wins after 4 are amazing, so cool. Alright. We don't really need crit. That's not what this build is about. When you use a tool, heal 15. Or large items have plus 40 crit. Ooh. I mean, 5%? This isn't fast enough for that to be even a thing. More shield. Property, nope. First time you fall below, yep, probably that one. We're not focused on crit, so there we go. Arkin. Can we out-sustain you? I mean, even if we do, there's not a whole lot that we could get that would be good. We could get the ship and sell it for money. Fuck it, let's go for it. Why not? Okay. Well, the only skill we want off Arkin is Unwavering. So, let's for that. where we could get the ship and sell it for a lot of money. Okay, so we're just like barely escaping the full wrath of his damage. Wow, we got a third tick off. Holy crap. 12-15 burn every second, every half second. Crazy. Nope, don't need you. Heal. Value. Bars. Shields. Heal. Shield. Easy pick. I mean, even upgrading the bushel at this point is kind of... does get us more shield, but... nah, we'll just heal. Fight a monster. Sure, why not? Property Baron. Kind of gross. But we'll be okay. Probably. Well, no, we'll eventually be okay because... yeah. This is fun. This is fun. It's fun. Yep. Okay. Okay, Vanessa. All right. Are you poison? You look like it. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. Yeah. Yeah, not liking that. Okay. Okay, hopefully we can survive long enough to get at least another tick of burn off. Poison eats through the health, so it doesn't matter that I have shields. We're good. We're good. Nice. Okay. Good work. Good work, build. Good work. Do we need income? Don't think so. At this point, we're just surviving. Okay.
My lessons are painful.
Sharp corners, please. No. No. Nope. Ah, man, come on. Okay.
I sense much
Oh, sharp corners here. Hardened shield. First time you fall below half, use... I was hoping it was the one where we would get shield equal to a percentage of our health. Damn it. Yeah, let's just get that one. Oh man, I don't know. It's probably going to be really hard to win against champion. Just going to freeze all of my shit. Let me check on that before I do that. Where are you, champion man? Frost Street champion. Okay, got it. 2 seconds. Freeze for 1 second. Ooh, yeah. That looks rough. I want to fight the champion, but nah, we're going for the alchemist instead. Oh, connection, of course. There we go.
Climb into my crucible.
Yeah, we don't need anything from you. Just something to sell, I guess. Even the skill's pretty useless. Even if we couldn't lower
Your theories are intriguing.
the time on Whelp,
Not all
we
Jabalians
could
are
get
pacifists.
multicast on it, which should be nice. That assumes that we survive long enough for it. Okay. Freeze item. Nah. Gold tier items. Are gumballs even worth it at this point? Not really. Well, no. Gumballs can actually do a lot because it works in conjunction with the lemonade stand. So yeah, let's go gumballs. We can get 200 extra health along with any health gumballs that we get. So, oops. Oh, accidentally fucked that up. Okay. Nice. A lot of health gumballs. Excellent. Boost. Health. And a Vanessa. I am scared.
See these tusks, right?
Oh boy, you are... Ooh, that is gross. Yeah, not this one. Nope. Woo! Solo... Well, not really a solo weapon build, but pretty good. Pretty good. I'm okay with that. This was a nice meme build. We got to 6 wins. 7 would have been nice because we would have gotten another chest, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So that is fine. That is fine. All right, so let's open some chests. Oh, I wasn't even aware that I had these. Cool. Got a bunch of skins, which is cool. I don't think I have anything else in here. Nope. All right, let's go with a 10. Skins, please. Not dupes. Damn, we got a dupe. Fuck. Oh, we got a new rug, though. I think. Alright. Fine. Okay. Okay. Let's do another ranked. Should have... Yeah, we have a new rug. Let's go with that one.
You feel that
Do I have to change it for everybody? No. Good. 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 Okay.
No kings, no
Vanessa,
masters.
let's go.
But you do need a captain.
cannon, easy pick. Oh, damn. Final flame, easy pick. Okay. Yes. Do we? Yeah. Lighter? Is there something better? I mean, sure. Yeah, we can get early health with the Lunanas. Let's hope for that. Cool. Damn. Oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Oops, I forgot. I forgot to do something. Got it. Oh, shit. Be right back. Okay. I just saw that my Amazon package got delivered. And I wanted to make sure that people didn't steal from our doorstep this time. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen to us often, but like, it has happened. So now I'm wary about ordering stuff. I think Amazon accidentally sent us 2 things. I'm happy to have a backup though, so you know that's always good. Weapons. I mean, we're kind of going ammo, but katana's always good because it's 2 seconds. Health, yeah. We don't have shield, we don't have heals, so regeneration. And we're up against a pig.
We're out to defeat the king.
Yeah, I don't get that. Like, just stealing off of people's, like, doorsteps. It's ridiculous.
Boring.
I see what you're doing. Yes, you're doing the crusher builds. I respect it. It's not quite good enough right now, but pretty good.
I paint my ship red, but I don't use paint.
Non-weapon item. Shield. Let's go non-weapon.
With no weapons? Leave big bargains.
Buying ambergris assumes a lot. Sure.
Ah, place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Okay. Please move over. Thank you. And then we'll just do crit chance. Yeah. And we'll increase the damage as well. Skills. Health, toughness, shields. Just get a small weapon. That works. I like that. And mosquito. Could have sworn I only ordered one. What the hell?
It's over already. We barely got our flags.
Weird. Oh, whatever. I really only thought I ordered one. I guess I must have ordered two, or the card fucked up or something. Because I only paid once. Oh well, that is okay. Cooldown is good. Small items. Okay.
I would never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh.
Nope. Cannonball.
Neither wealthy nor wise, huh?
Ooh. Okay. We do want knives. Yeah, we'll take an upgrade for Bolus.
The blade, the quicker the fight. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Ooh, everyone's hopping on the pulse rifle builds. I respect it. It's better than the fucking bunker Dilla builds. God, that was annoying. I'm so glad that's off meta now.
All cannon, no ball.
Small item, bronze skills. We're still pretty early for skills. Could probably use more health. I'm about to level though. Fuck it, let's get more health.
Another empty chest, waiting to be filled.
Okay, let's just move you down. There, that. Weapon. Crit. Leftmost weapon gains 2 damage for each weapon you have. Plus 8. Nope, crit. Ooh, large items. I don't really have enough to even peak. Can we even get port on day 3? I don't think so. Yeah, we'll skip that. Let's do a crate instead. EXP and gold. Can we beat the scout trooper, I wonder? What does each one have? Let me check on that. So we have the rogue scrapper. Maybe. It does have the club. Scout Trooper. Hmm. Okay, Scout Trooper has bolus, has a skill that I can use, has gunpowder. Maybe. I guess we can try it. Scout Trooper it is. Okay, if we don't get crit in face, we should be fine. Good. Gunner would be amazing. Instead, we got a grappling hook. Big Sag. Weapons. Weapon skills, we're still on day 3, so... Weapons.
My battle days are over.
Upgrade for kunai is always good. Throwing knives, whatever. We still don't really have a build, so can't take any of those since we have no idea what the fuck we're doing right now. Medium items. We might get an upgrade for cannon, maybe for katana. Sure.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
Wow, that is incredible, actually.
I used to
Yeah.
offer a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
Multicast. Let's do that. This. Okay.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Oh, we can just do this then. It works out. Ammo, damage. Extra damage does matter. Yep. Especially against Peg.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabarians.
Ooh. Okay. Doggy builds. I respect it.
I can see you're going places.
It's a bit too slow, but I see what you're building.
Bravery without strength is a sword.
You got the gunner skill. Weird. Not really sure why you would have taken that unless you were forced to, so probably means you fought the scout guy as well. Items? Yep.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
Nope. Medium items, skills. We're on day 4. We can still get by without skills. I guess we'll look at medium stuff.
No, sir. I want what's right for you.
Do I upgrade katana knowing that I'm just gonna sell it? Yeah.
Ooh, the keener the blade.
Yeah, because that's good
quicker the
DPS. Probably won't be after this next day, but that's okay. Okay, can we beat Technovirus? I've never fought that thing before. 1000 HP. Ugh. Uses 2 virus things. Nope. Not about that. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. It is called the technovirus, but gross. Disgusting. We should be able to best the retiree, I think. Which is basically just pig. Yeah, no problem. Coin, please.
Was that even a battle?
Damn.
Maybe a skirmish.
You got that thing twice. B1 and B2s. Pretty good. Okay. Yes.
Now this
Also
will
yes.
inspire the crew.
Well, either way, we're going to get 1 additional XP. I think at this point, we can start with skills. Why not? Can't really get any other items that work. Your weapons deal 2, leftmost, rightmost. Sure. Extra damage is extra damage. Crit. Max ammo. Crit. Plus damage. Yeah, more ammo's good. Dooley.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
That's a nice skin. I wouldn't mind getting that one. Oh. Shield meta. Well, guess it doesn't matter, but just not fast enough right now, but the later levels, this is gonna fuck me up a lot.
You move in straight lines.
Silver items, work at the docks, health. I mean, I don't really have, like, the money to do that. Let's work at the docks. Kind of wish I had a star chart, but oh well. Tool, weapon. Let's go for a tool. When this gains haste, give your items +2 crit chance for the fight. Well, I mean, that sounds nice, but
People first, profit 10.
Okay.
The keener the blade,
We can get
quicker the fight.
you just to up the amount there. Whoops. Sure. Yep. Take that.
Now this will inspire the crew.
As much as I want to go after Gorgon, which I don't know, I probably should, to be honest, just for this chance at the skill. Because that skill could save me, assuming that I get it. Honestly, I'm probably better off with the duelist because it has more stuff that I can use. But the EXP's pretty good. Alright. Alright, we want Petrifying Gaze. Chances aren't that high, though. We can hope. If not, EXP Potion's fine, too. That's why we want it. Okay. Oh, first time you use poison each fight, freeze an item for 3 seconds. Damn. Got a skill, just not the one we wanted. That's okay. That's okay. Shield item, nah. Crate. EXP. Upgrade your leftmost item. Let's upgrade you. Great. Skills.
You have great potential. Let me train.
Damage. Items have crit. Yes.
As long as you draw breath, your training is not complete.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Ooh. I see. That's not a bad idea, actually. Still not fast enough, though. Not a bad idea. This is good, especially with the charcoal at 15 burn. Jesus.
I paint my ship red, but I don't use paint.
I mean, if we get medium items, we might get another double barrel, so
If I don't have what you
probably
need,
worth.
I'll help you find who does.
Man, can't pivot to rifle. We'll take a star chart.
Delivery's free.
Star chart's good.
The exercise.
Don't need that. Get rid of you. Oh, perfect. Well, yeah, let's work at the docks. 6 gold, 2 EXP. Lich is the hardest monster in the game. We cannot beat Lich with our current build. I believe it is too strong. Does have a skill that we want, though. It's got too much HP. If we had more crit, I would say we could try it, but we don't. So I think we're going to go after mosquitoes so we can get cooldown potentially. 4 chances to get the wings. And we're not, well, we could make use of Paralyzing Rush because we have the bolus. But,
Is that even a battle?
Perfect.
Maybe a skirmish.
Crit. Crit it is. Non-weapon items. Okay.
Discounts for peace.
Nope. Astrolabe. Yeah, that doesn't really work. Large items. Could get a port or a crow's nest here. Port would be nice. We have a port. Perfect. And a crow's nest. Well, see you later, Katana. You were good. Now that we have port, we technically don't need a powder flask anymore, but we are not going to sell it immediately.
This money. What should I do?
Okay. It's still 6 seconds. So... I think this is too fast almost. Alright. Well, we got port, but... I don't know. If we take silencer away, it goes back up to 3, right? No, it actually stays at 2.8. Okay, I'm going to put the powder flask back, and then we're going to use insect wing. Kind of sucks that we lost some damage, but we can get port to diamond pretty early. It won't matter. Okay. Oh, damn. Come on, Getsu, no
I may be
win.
young for a
Vanessa?
captain, but I've seen my share of storms. My fight isn't with you.
What do you got? That actually makes me afraid. Gross. Oh my god. Ooh. Are we faster?
Defeat does not defeat
Yes, just barely. Ooh. Crazy.
Like a boulder.
Damn. He basically had my build before we switched port. Okay. Small items. Yep.
Size dilutes the brain. Mine
Nope.
is highly concentrated.
No. We could upgrade ambergris, so let's get
I think that suits you.
those two. Or up the value so that we can eventually sell it. Okay. Weapons. Yep.
Any good fights lately?
Nice.
Use it well. Make me proud.
Rock is the only option here. We need cooldown. So we need to get the feathers. Okay. Well, Cosmic Wind would be good if we
barely got off
had crits, but that works too. We don't have upgrade this round. That's lame. Well, that's okay. Nice, 5 seconds. That's good. Let's switch you over since you're gonna be doing sustained damage. Non-weapon items, which means chance for port.
Cast aside your destruments.
Oh. Yep. Two ammo, charge 1. Your items have +2 max ammo at the start of each day. Okay, so we can get a gold ammo item from any hero, which is good. Haste, slow cooldown items. Chance for bolus, but we have no money. So to the docks. And we still have, we still have the star chart, so. Tua and Vanessa, still alive. Level 8. Okay.
I may be young for a captain.
Alright.
Storms.
What are you? You are a weapon build. Oh my god. It is a flagship. And it is a flagship with lifesteal. Okay. Well, burst down, please. Nice.
Lamb legs make you
Oh, 7 wins already. Okay. Could get another port, but we don't have the money for it, so there's no point. Small non-weapon item. The only one that we would need would be a flask. Wow, we got a gold revolver. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. Although right now we don't really have the crit to sustain, so I think we're just gonna go with chocolate bars. Yep. Ammo. Ammo. Crit. Friend. Well, you know what? We might end up using the revolvers, so let's do that just in case. And we can just switch you back. Weapon, health, toughness, shield items. Weapon, I guess.
Finished with fighting, but I can
Nope.
help you finish a fight.
Whenever the ballista comes up, I want it, but I just never have the right build for it. You know? I mean, port would be good, but like we have to survive long enough for this to go off. 10 seconds is a long time, especially at the end game, so yeah, I don't know. If we had a build that was more focused around slow, I think we could do it. But we just can't do it, and it makes me really sad. Burninator bot kick my ass. Slow. Yeah. Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah, no. Oasis Guardian it is. Can't really get anything from here. I mean, sleeping potion's okay. Guess Waters of Infinity. Even though I've never gotten this skill ever. I've fought this guy so many times. But it's probably the only thing we really want. Nope. That is the most common thing I see from that guy. Non-weapon items, freeze skills, small burn. Freeze skills, why not?
Everyone's already so slow, but sure, let's make it worse.
First time you slow, freeze an item for 3 seconds. That could work. Because we have a bolus. First time you crit each fight, freeze an item for 8 seconds. Would be nice. Chances of critting aren't that high though. First time you burn each fight, freeze an item for 4 seconds. Yeah.
Well,
we'll go with that one.
One smart choice in your life.
Medium large. Sure.
Oh, hello. I mean, welcome to my business.
Nope. Musket would be nice if we... I mean, I can make that work. It is crit, but it's 5 seconds. And we don't even have the crit skill. I mean, we can burn, but in the time that... Well... So we do 120 damage every 5 seconds. We're always going to burn, so this is always going to reload. We just got the skill for slow, though. This does a lot of damage when we do crit. We almost can't get rid of anything. Yeah, nah. As sad as that is. Alright.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
You are a... Okay, we got to burn you down as quick as possible. Which we should be able to, but... Just gonna...
Like my crew says at the bar, another round! Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Diamond tier items, fight a monster, snack time. I hope these don't go away, because I think I'm going to restart my game. It's being a little weird. Just exit to desktop real quick. Oh, yep, it's even taking a long time to close down. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, we already got 2 chests, which is great, so I'm happy about that. I mean, I could probably keep playing Vanessa and probably average that amount, assuming I got relatively the same setup each time. Diamond tier items, nah. We're on day 9. Let me check. Let's see, day 9. We fought the Oasis Guardian. We had the Duelist, I believe. And I don't know what else we had. We had some other monster. But it was a tough one. We kind of need to catch up, though, so let's fight a monster. We can't afford a diamond item anyway. Okay, we have weapons platform. This should be fine. Yeah. There's nothing we really need from this guy. I mean, a battery is fine, I guess. If we get the kinetic cannon, we can sell it, so it's probably what we want. Keen Eye's okay, I guess. We got a power sander. Okay. Gear Nola bar. Not really what we need. Damage. Yeah, we want to lure cooldown. Just 3%. That's probably decent. Okay, 0.2 seconds. Yeah, that's not bad. Medium items, the only thing we're looking for is double barrel. It's probably worth it, though.
No sale. I want what's right for you.
Nope. Nope.
You leave it behind, someone else finds it.
Pharaoh's Khan has the silencer, but we don't need it anymore. So, roaming isle it is. Excuse me. Tropical Island would be nice, but kind of these days it doesn't. Once we're in the late game, it doesn't really matter. But if we get it, we can sell it. So we have no healing, so it doesn't really matter. But
it's over already.
damn.
Barely got our flags up.
Okay. Upgrade your leftmost item. That's an obvious one.
The cleaner the blade, the quicker the fight.
Perfect. We don't need large items anymore. Should probably, well, let's get the chocolate. Extra health's always good. Items, weapons.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it.
Come on, man. Man, this is horseshit. God damn it.
Bazaar is not kind to the weaponless.
Alright. Oh, it's you again. I think I fought you last time. Different build?
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. Go ahead, underestimate.
What did you have?
It makes this
Were
more
you the
fun.
one that bursted me down? You were. Oof. Looks like this ghost in particular is going to be a problem for me. Yeah, especially because I don't crit. Ow.
You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
That ghost sucks. God damn. Oh. Okay, but this one has crit. I mean, extra damage is good, so sure, yeah, why not? Do we get gumballs? I want to fish for throwing knives. Let's do that.
I would never debase my wares by
Nope.
haggling.
Ah. God damn it.
Windows.
Alright,
Have
skills.
at least a grain of wisdom, since you have come to me.
Nope. Maybe? Nice. When you crit with an item, it gains okay. First time you crit each fight, freeze an item for 8 seconds. Let's do that.
I teach mastery.
Lord of Wastes. Can we beat the Lord of Wastes? We can probably beat the Lord of Wastes.
The desert wind is warm perfume.
Oh. Maybe not. Damn.
Losers in the dance.
That sucks. I thought we could.
Just one battle. Plenty more coming.
Okay. Items. Come on, give me something to upgrade. Come on, we've got none for these. This is insanity.
Oh, hello. I mean, welcome to my business.
Haha. Weapon. Leftmost. Reduced by 3% more. That's gonna start having diminishing returns. I imagine it's probably gonna still be 0.2 or even 0.1. Might be worth it just to start getting more damage. Oh, God. And then I picked the wrong one. Like an idiot. Oh, man. Okay. What a blunder. Fuck.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist, you
All
should
right.
know I'm a bit of a legend.
Come on now.
On Pelago.
You are poison. Fuck. Okay. No. Yeah, just gaining too much shield from Astrolabe.
No ball.
Damn.
Bring her about. I've got another salvo with me.
That form one can sell the guns.
Oh my god, man. Okay, I think at this juncture we can get rid of that. And do I bolus? What's this at? 3.5 seconds. This does 50, but it's every 3. No, it's still worth it to put the other bolus in. Okay. We lose a significant amount of damage if we take out the cannon. Got a golden Uzi, though. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the repeater. And then I think we're gonna put the bolus back in, to be honest. Yep. We don't need the boost because we're going up against a monster, so get a non-weapon item, I guess. Pesky Pete. Nope. 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 We'll keep you just in case. And nope. Volcus Enforcer. Let's go for it.
For my client, it's personal. For us, it's a job.
The ice pick, okay. I was like, damn, what's doing all the damage? Crazy. Small items? Yeah. Of course.
Size dilutes the brain.
Come on, upgrade for at least the knives. You've been so stingy with those. Ugh, it's disgusting.
Tell everyone you got it here.
Slow skills? Sure, why not? We got 2 boluses, so when you slow, gain up. First time you fall below half, slow enemy 3 seconds. First time you slow each fight, freeze an item for 5. Let's do it. Okay. We have a duel.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
Oh, gross. That is disgusting. No. Yep. Ugh. Okay, let's get an enchantment with fire. Hello. Oh god. Well, if we get fire to port, then it's probably only gonna make it so that when it's used, it does some kind of fire damage. Well, hopefully everything's going well. I've actually been meaning to ask how everything started for him. But hello. God, I don't even know. Do I want to enchant the port, or is it better to enchant the repeater? The repeater's probably not going to have a ton of burn. Well, it might. Fiery port? I don't know what a fire... What? Okay, maybe someone has a picture of that. Let me see. Fiery port. The Bazaar. Okay, let's pull this up real quick and mute that. Oh, hold on. Okay, so it is just burn. So not worth it putting it on the port. Yep, fire repeater. Why not? Damn.
I'm on the edge of the plank.
17 burn. Okay. That actually might be worth. We got another bolus. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. I don't even know. Skills.
You have great potential. Let me train.
When you use an ammo item, slow an item for 1 second. Yeah, that's probably the play. Yep. Ammo item, crit, poison, coconut, crit. We're fighting a monster, and oh. A non-weapon item. This is dumb. I want to put this in so bad just so I can have so I can say I have 3 boluses going off. But it's so stupid. Can't even really get anything out of non-weapon items. Well, I mean, that's not true. I could get another ambergris. Let's just get a boost. Sure. Void Colossus. Void Colossus. Don't know about that one. Let's see. Void Colossus. When using an adjacent item, charge this 1 second, destroy an enemy item for the fight. Ugh. Don't like that. And he burns. And it's 6k HP. Yeah, nope. I don't think so. Trash Titan, go. Alright, Fire Repeater, let's see what you can do. That is disgusting. Cool.
Is that even a battle? Maybe a skirmish.
Don't need you. We're never gonna use the Uzi. It's funny, but nah. Don't need you anymore. Poison item. Is it gumball time? I think it's gumball time. Okay, good. Not a whole lot of shield gumballs. A lot of crit chance gumballs, though. That's good. Not a bad gumball run. Okay. Sustain? Even though it'll probably eat shit? Yep. Of course. Alright.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist...
Which Vanessa are you? Are you... You are... my mirror. Oh my god. and you froze my item. Yep, I'm dead. Damn. That flashbang did some fucking work.
Read the tides and listen
Woo!
to the wind.
Okay.
They will guide your strikes.
That is fine. I am happy with that, actually. Okay, cool. 2 chests, not bad. Ranked up to bronze 3. We were at 7, so we're at 9. Ah, we're 1 short. 1 short. Fuck it, 1 more run. Broken record, but we'll do Vanessa. Again. Because Vanessa can usually get us to at least a chest. So that'll be fine. We've got... kinda garbage. Too slow. Might be good if we get burn? Ish? Knives. Burn. Crit. Weapons. Overall damage is good. Curio.
You see landfill, I see buried treasure.
8 seconds. Damn, that's slow. Okay.
Well, you're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
Chances of that getting hasted are extremely small. Fang. I guess we're going with a cobbled together bullshit build. Kyber drone. Okay.
Waste of gunpowder.
I was really hoping for a rifle so that we could do a solo
You're huge.
solo weapon build, but not really looking like anything that great.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
I'll pick that up just because it will be useful
Oh, you're leaving.
next round. Ooh, this is 9 seconds. That's pretty slow. I think we'll just put this in now so that there's a slight off chance to crit.
ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun. You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on the ladder.
Oh wow, no, I'm not winning this one. Nope. Probably not. Oh, maybe.
Like my crew says at the bar.
Damn.
Another round.
That was close.
Land legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Okay. Small items it is. I forgot you can do that. Damn it.
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is highly concentrated. Whoever said money can't buy class had not.
I love the idea, just because it's stupid, that you could silence fangs. Or silencing a magnifying glass. So dumb. You know, this might be more worth it than the amulet right now.
Tell everyone you got it here.
Silenced fangs, it is.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Oh, and we can do that, which is great. I guess we'll put the stinger in just because. Max ammo. Guess we don't have any friends. Because we're just like that. Leftmost item gains X amount of damage per level. We're probably going to keep the knives around, so yeah, we'll just up the knives. We've got no money. So, slow item. When you slow, this gains 5 damage. Ugh, it's going to be rough. Is this even going to go off, I wonder? I mean, it will up itself, so fuck it. Why not? Okay. This is a weird-ass build. Mosquito. Alright. Rush or Kenai would be good.
Walk it.
Nice. Do we have enough for medium items? I think most medium items start at 4, so no. So chocolate. Small, large, same deal. You get a small weapon, or we could go into the forest, get a strange mushroom. Let's get a strange mushroom. Skill. Gold. EXP. We're going to be fighting a player. If we win, we get 1 EXP. We get 1 EXP now. We're going to get 1 EXP plus 1 for the event. Yep. Let's do that. Vanessa. Welcome to my weird-ass build.
Not to squabble with nobody.
What do you got? Oh god, solo rifle. Ouch. Ooh. Okay, okay. Oh god, we just made it. Wow.
You fall like a boulder. Another empty chest.
Ooh, good thing all those crits were bad. Dodged a lot there. Crit. Damage. It's on the knives. We still don't have a friend. Big Sag. 6 damage versus chance to crit more. Damage. Excuse me. Aquatic items. 8. Okay. Maybe a crow's nest? No. Still no. Damn, that was actually kind of a waste. Fuck. Small weapon, chocolate. Small weapon. Okay. Hello? There we go. This is a funky ass build. I don't know. Don't know if we can beat the scout. I want to say that we can, but last time it was pretty close. Scout is slow guy. Ooh, I don't know. He's got more health than I do, I think. Yeah, he's almost got double, so it's probably a bad idea. We might be able to get through Frosty. Let's try it.
Make angry. Sweaty.
Cool.
Bazaar, bad place.
Was that even a battle? Maybe a skirmish.
It's actually not bad. We can replace the stinger. Everything gets a little boost there. Small items. Holster. Haste for 1 second. Powder flask. God, I don't even know what this build is going to be right now. Skip flask, and I'll also buy cannonball just in case.
I mean, excellent choice.
Ooh, grenade. It's 4 seconds too, which is pretty good. Yeah, we'll get that one too, just in case.
Be remorseless.
Non-weapon items, shield item, medium large. Really don't have anything, so I guess we're getting a shield item. Coral armor. Another Vanessa. Crazy. Oh, this is silencing the magnifying glass now. Thought that was weird. Should I put the grenade in, I wonder? I mean, right now it's only 1 health, right? Or 2 ammo. Oh, that's because it's next to the cannonball. Alright.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
I have no idea what is going on with this build. Oh shit, you actually have a build. Submarine. Okay, we're kind of in trouble, to be real. We're a bit too slow. Poison's gonna kill us. Yep.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Yeah. Don't need you anymore. Don't need you anymore. Let's rearrange this, because this is... Oh, no, we can't. Because we want the grenade to be reloaded. Man, this is balls. Guess we'll just do that. Yep. Large. Okay.
You are amusing. Why so fight?
Yep.
Gold becomes goods, then returns to gold.
Okay. Don't need you. Let's just put these up so that we can post that real quick. No. Yes. I think that's fine, even though we lose some damage. Actually, we can do this. That's fine. Okay. Day 4. Items.
A friend. I mean,
nice.
Now this will inspire the crew.
Retiree. Brawler. Yeah.
Some people just need a good whack. Hey, what's one more scar?
Honestly, talisman or wrench or whatever.
As spineless as a jellyfish.
See ya. Small items. Yep.
I would never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh. I think that suits you.
For the ambergris. Oh, nice.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Oh, we don't have a star chart. That's kind of sucky.
I would spar with you, but this leg. Oof.
Bolus. You gonna do anything with Bolus this time around? hard to say. Let's just get it just in case. Another Vanessa. Okay.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Oh, oh shit. I don't like that.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Damn.
Another empty chest, waiting to be filled.
Damage. Let's get some skills. That is actually amazing. Yes.
I do not teach violence. I teach mastery over it.
Tools. Star chart. Yep, that's good enough.
Ooh, I saved that one from Curio's junkyard. Cleaned up real nice.
Go with the duelist on this one because we could get a flask or a cannonball. That would be good.
I completed all the dueling courses.
Waste of gunpowder.
Revolver. Fuck me. God. Weapons.
But I can help you finish a fight.
Nope. Damn. I really want that. Ooh. Okay, sell you, sell you. We just need one more to sell. Do we keep silencer? Do we sell? No. Keep the shoe blade around, I think. Yeah. Put you away. Get
Use
you.
it well. Make me proud.
Do this. That's probably okay-ish. Well, now that we have the star chart. Leftmost item. It's a no-brainer.
Now this will inspire the crew.
Another Vanessa.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
It is the one that I fear the most. Just as it was going off. Damn.
Another salvo with me.
A little too slow. That's sad. Okay.
Any good fights lately? I do miss it.
Nope.
All my weapons have been tested in battle.
Tools, chocolate. I think we go chocolate. We need a little bit more survivability here. Normally I'll go for Trash Golem. I think I want to go Dire because we could get like a gold or a diamond pelt. Or, no. A gold pelt. Still too early. Aggressive would be nice. Broken Shackles is okay, but it doesn't really work for what we have. Eagle Talismans is alright too. Claws. Never lucky. Okay. Do we go medium so that we can look for a barrel? I think we do.
help you find who does.
Yeah, we would have needed this at the beginning. Right now it's kind of too late. Damage. Ammo. Let's give the knives more ammo.
Little sentience.
Maybe another nest?
So I opened one.
Well, even if we did... Let's look. No. There is port, but that's kind of not what we're going for. Another Vanessa.
I may
Jesus.
be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. My fight isn't with you, but if you insist...
Ooh. Burst build. Yikes.
Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder. All cannon, no ball.
Alright. Chocolate, small items.
If you have to ask
Small,
for a
yep.
price, you can't afford it.
Bolus. I almost want this. Yeah, we can probably get rid of the shoe and the amulet.
Shall I
Let's get that.
keep it for you?
Okay.
Remember, diamonds come in small boxes.
Alright. Cosmic Rock. Feather, please. Or Keen Eye. Feathers preferred, though.
Pathetic, as spineless
neither.
as a jellyfish. Sale, no sale. I want what's right for you.
No fucking way, man. Oh, man. That's so early, too. Huh. This feels kind of bad. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, delivery's free. I like the exercise.
Damage. Yep. Fight a monster. Might as well. Viper. Okay.
Not even a battle? Maybe a skirmish.
Basilisk Fang. Alright.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
That crit
Go
ammo
ahead,
skill
underestimate
would
me.
be
Makes
nice.
this more fun.
Oh my god. Oh no. Poison's gonna get me because I can't crit.
But I don't Defeat does not defeat me.
This is not going well.
Experience is treasure. I share mine with you.
I'm gonna use a weapon, give it +6 damage for the fight. Let's dig. Uh-oh. Server lag. Go.
The Bazaar is a rabid beast. Be its master.
Okay, damn. Well, no, let's up the damage.
The keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Let's get health. Oasis Guardian. Okay.
See that plank? Walk it.
Crit. Another nest, please. Very nice.
Now this will
Okay.
inspire the crew.
Slow item. Well, I mean, that is a chance. Bazaar. Let's go with slow item. Okay. Oh boy, another
You should know,
Vanessa.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
It's almost like this is the meta. God damn. Another one of these. Well, good job. Okay, so we've secured at least a chest, which means I can do another 10 pull at the end of this thing. That's nice. Bounty Hunters. For the EXP, it's gonna take 15% of my life at the start, which is crazy strong. Ambush, please. This is the one that I want. And I got a cutlass instead. Ah. Well, we still don't have friends, so... As sad as that sounds every time I say that. Haste your burn. Nope. We could do that. Haste, Yep, we're doing that. Death Knight Reaper. Death Knight Reaper. Can we beat One of yous. Lifesteal. 4,200 HP. Ooh. Gosh, I don't know about that. A Desperate Freeze would be really nice, along with Deadly Eye. As far as skills. I don't know. Elite Duelist. It does have some stuff that we could use, but it's not the best. We probably should, though. I want to fight the Death Knight. How much HP does the Duelist have? 2,500. It's definitely more manageable. I don't even know what the right decision is. No idea. We'll try it. At the very least, we'll get some gold out of it, so... Just not doing enough damage. That's sad.
You're huge! Do you have any huge items? Go buy something huge and then sell it to me.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
Nope. Both those shops were a bust. And now we're up against Pig.
I may be young for a captain, but I've
Shit,
seen my
and he's
share
level
of
13.
My people believe in peace.
Are you sustain? Yes, you... Well, nope, you're stall. Ooh, that can actually kill me. And it's going to. Because we're not slowing it.
That was invigorating.
Damn. Slowing all the wrong stuff.
No time but the present. I don't believe my sisters.
Okay. With crit. There's no other choice.
Ships may sink.
I believe enchanting this with crit also makes it so that my crit items deal double damage. Yep. Do we get gumballs? I think we do. Okay, only 2 shield ones, not bad. Okay. Medium items, yeah.
Sale, no sale. I want what's right for you.
Oh, come on, man. Like, that is insane.
Ooh, the keener the blade, the quicker the fight.
Property Baron? We can probably take down a Property Baron. that? God. Man, we are just not doing well. Shield effects. Yeah, okay. Skills.
Experience is treasure.
Yeah.
As long as you draw breath, your training is not complete.
Okay.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
I mean, we got at least 4 wins, so that's good, but we're just, oh my god. No, yeah. Wow. That was probably my worst Vanessa fight in a long time. Or run. Ah, it's okay. Like I said, we made it to 4. It's probably not going to be enough to get us a rank, but that's okay. Okay. We have 10 chests though, so let's go ahead and open those and kind of call it a stream, I guess. Interesting. Alright. No dupe skins. Damn, we got a dupe skin. We got a new one. We got a new one for Dooley though. This is one of the ones I actually want. So nice. All right. Well, it looks like I have to start building up my my supply of rank tickets. Although I think each one costs 100 here. Yeah. Oh, the well. All right, Dooley. There you go. All right. Well, not too bad, but also not the best. Would have liked to end off on a win, but you know, we can't always control that, so that is unfortunate. But that's how it be sometimes. That's okay though. Today was actually pretty productive in terms of the stream and the overall game. So I liked it. We did okay. We did pretty okay. I think we even did that in descending order. It's like a 3. We had 3. We had full. I think we had a full win, which was like 3 chests, and then we had a silver win, which is a 2, and then we had a bronze win at 1, which is interesting. Yeah, not bad though. Not too bad. But yeah, thank you so much. You stopped on by and really enjoyed the stream. Appreciate everyone that does, especially for some of these more chill streams. Probably not the most energetic streamer, but I do enjoy my time here. But I'm gonna let again the remix of the landing from Final Fantasy VIII play us out, and I'll probably be back. I don't even know. I was gonna say I'll see you on Thanksgiving, but I remember we were actually traveling to Miami for Thanksgiving, so probably not. If anything, maybe I'll get a late night stream, but I probably won't see you all again until next week. All right. Well, I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles. Again, thank you so much. You guys have been amazing. I'm just gonna like I said, let this play out. The VOD will be uploaded in probably a couple of hours. You can always check out my YouTube channel in case you missed anything. But I'll see you when I see you. Later.